Hello. It's good to see you. Today we're going to be taking a look at several items. I just got back from a trip to my dad's house. We're celebrating his birthday. We got back kind of late, but I have a few items from that trip up there. And then I have three things to show you that I just got in the mail today. So it's just kind of a random show and tell. All kinds of little things. Now from my dad's house, I have treats because there's a produce place up there. I've made videos up there before. And they sell all kinds of goodies. And I bought a few things. And then I wanted to show you some stuff that my dad's wife got as extra little treats for the kids. And we ended up bringing those back. So we'll start with 4 things that I bought at the produce place. And they're all the same. They're just different flavors. Now, if you're from the South, you've probably seen these. I don't know if they have them up north or anywhere. I don't know. But these handmade pies, these have been around since I was little. I remember seeing these when I was a child. And they come in all kinds of different flavors. Some of these, even if you're familiar with the B&G pies, maybe you haven't seen some of these. This is the handmade cherry pie, and it's 4 ounces. Now, they're not as big as the packaging. They come to about here. You can kind of see the outline right here where it sits in the package. They're kind of squishy. You have to handle them very carefully because you don't want to squish them. So this is a 4 ounce B&G handmade cherry pie. Now, I am not a huge fan of these, but I thought it would be fun. And this will be a separate video, but do a video just tasting these pies. I'm not a big pie fan, but we can try these. We have cherry flavor here. Let's see what else we have. One thing I wanted to check. I wanted to see where these are made. Let's see. They're made by King Foods Incorporated in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on Old Lexington Road. Or this one was. We can check all 4. I don't know if they're all made in the same place or not. They probably are. So that's the cherry pie. You see how it has a shape to the color on the package there? Now this one is red with a black stripe and a white stripe. And then red and white here. And blue in the oval. And then white letters. The second one we have is this bright, colorful yellow one. This is a B&G handmade lemon pie. Now, I really want to try this. I think of the 4, if I had to guess which one I would like the most. Right now, without trying them, I would guess lemon pie. And I've never tried one of these. I remember sometimes my dad would pick one of these up if we stopped at a convenience store. He would pick these up, and what you do, they're made of paper, the packaging. You just tear it off, and then you just slide it up, and you eat it like one of those apple pie things at McDonald's. It's kind of like that, but it's larger. So here we have a B&G handmade lemon pie. And I don't know why, I just think this one I would like the best. We're going to turn it over, and here we can see right away that it's made by King Foods in Winston-Salem, North Carolina also. Okay. So I'd be curious to know if you live in other parts of the United States or anywhere else, do you have these B&G pies where you are? And it looks like this one is also 4 ounces. Now this one up here, you see in these corners, it's yellow. And then it has a black stripe and a white stripe, the blue oval, And then it's white here with dark blue letters. I guess the yellow would be too hard to read if you tried to make the letters yellow. So they went with this dark blue color right here. So that's the second pie. Now the third one is the one I am most familiar with. Usually when I think of B&G pies, I think of these handmade apple pies. This is the one my dad liked. He always got the apple pie. And it's also 4 ounces. And the color on this is more of like a brick red in these sections here. I don't know why, but the color schemes of these packages make me think of a box of Crayola crayons. I'm not really sure why. Black stripe, white stripe. Then the blue oval, B&G, handmade apple pie. And this one is also 4 ounces. I remember these looking larger when I was a kid, but I think it was just because I was smaller. I swear they used to be bigger than this, though. Okay, we'll turn it over. Don't look at the nutrition information. It will make you shudder and probably die. You don't want to know. Also made in by King Foods Incorporated on Lexington Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I never knew where these were made. I never noticed. I never thought to look at it. Alright, so there's the third one. And again, it just kind of, you can see the outline of it here. So it's not this big. So there's the handmade apple pie, and this is the one that I am most familiar with when I think of B&G pies. This is the one I picture in my mind. And finally, we have the B&G handmade chocolate pie, which I almost think I would like this one best, but something tells me that I'm going to like the lemon better than the chocolate pie. A lot of chocolate flavored things to me just are not good. I like chocolate, but chocolate flavored things, and I doubt there's any actual chocolate in here. Chocolate flavored things are kind of hit and miss. Most of the time I don't really like them. So there's the B&G handmade chocolate pie. Let's take a look. We'll flip it over, and we have to pull this piece down. Yep, King Foods, Lexington Road, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now this one has brown up here in these corners, black stripe, a white stripe, just a white piece, and then the blue oval with B&G in the middle. And this, it seems like they would have used this color, but they went with the blue again, and they have handmade chocolate pie in here. I don't know how much of this is actually handmade. I mean, it's a factory, so I don't know. I'd kind of like to go see how they do it. I should contact them and see if they would let me do that. That would be an interesting tour, I bet. So there's the fourth and final pie, the handmade chocolate pie from B&G, and I have no idea what that stands from or what that stands for. I have no idea. Maybe it stands for nothing. It's probably the last names of the people that started the company or something. Now the next thing I have, my dad's wife got for the boys. At first, I thought these were like red vines or Twizzlers. They kind of are, as you can tell by the shape, but they are old-fashioned cinnamon twists. I didn't see that until just now. They're from Backroad Country, and it has a little picture here in an oval of like an old country store. So it's a pound, 16 ounces of old-fashioned cinnamon twists, and it looks like from the price tag they were $3.19. And you have the seal up here. It's been heat sealed. And you can hang it on a peg wall if you just punch this part through. They were probably just laying flat. So I don't believe I've ever tried cinnamon twists like this. I don't think I've ever had this type of thing in a cinnamon flavor, so that's kind of interesting. But she's really sweet. She always buys things like this for the boys, and it's so sweet that when we go to visit, she thinks to do that. And it just really tickles them to death that she always does that. So that is from Backroad Country. I am not familiar with that. It's packaged by JLM in Warren, Michigan. Very crackly. Very cool. Now, this is a hodgepodge of stuff. Oh, one of them's trying to get away. Now, this is some loose candy that she had for the boys. Now, unfortunately, these are peanut butter bars, and my older son cannot eat these because he is allergic to peanuts. And these, normally, okay, these are the little caramels, and normally they have that regular, just like the white filling in them. These are strawberry flavor, and I don't think I've ever seen any like this. I have seen these in different flavors. But she said that these were strawberry, and I'm not familiar with that. So I didn't try any of these. I did have a couple of the peanut butter bars. I really like these. But the boys said they didn't want any of these, and my older son can't eat these. But she said, well, they didn't, I've taught them manners, say thank you and, show your appreciation. But we didn't even get around to eating any of this stuff anyway. She said, here, just take these in a bag. So she grabbed this gallon size Ziploc bag here. And she just took the candies and placed them in a bag for us to take home. I might eat some of the peanut butter bars, and I'll try these strawberry caramels, but I don't know. They're not big caramel fans. Well, my younger son can't eat these because he has braces, and he's not supposed to eat stuff like that because it's a little sticky, It can mess your braces up. But it was really sweet of her to do that. I always tell her she didn't have to do that, but she enjoys doing it. She has grandchildren, but they don't live anywhere near them, and she doesn't get to see them very often. So she likes to do special things for my boys. And she's really nice. She's a very nice person. And if you wanted to, see, you have a little section here where you can write a note. You could put the date and the contents if you want to, right there. It has a different surface to it that you can write on more easily. This part right here. It looks like we have quite a few peanut butter bars. They're hiding under the caramels there. We have one there. There's one way up there. I think there. A few here. Some here. And here's one. Yeah, the peanut butter bars are really good. I like those. They kind of, to me, they taste like the inside of a Butterfinger. The Butterfinger candy bar. It's kind of like that stuff. And it's really good. It's not as sweet. I don't think it's as sweet as the inside of a Butterfinger, though. So that's just our random little bag of goodies. That was really nice. And then my younger son picked these up at the produce place that we went to. The produce place that we went to has lots of different types of candies. And that's mainly why we stopped there, because they have all these different types of candy. And they had some Pop Rocks. And I don't know why. He never asks for Pop Rocks, but he wanted to get a packet of Pop Rocks. But he hasn't opened it. This is watermelon flavored popping candy. Taste the explosion. And it's 0.33 ounces. I don't think I've ever had watermelon flavored Pop Rocks. I normally just get the regular, I guess it's cherry flavor. I used to love Pop Rocks when I was a kid. It's the best stuff. It doesn't have many ingredients. Let's see. It has sugar, lactose, corn syrup, artificial flavor, red 40, processed with carbon dioxide. Product of Spain. Oh, I never knew that. It's a product. I never knew it was made in Spain. Made by Zeta Especial S.A. You kind of hear him in there. So we have 0.33 ounces of watermelon flavored Pop Rocks popping candy. I won't eat them. I'll save them for him. And this I picked up. They have these Whoopie Pies, and they have different flavors of Whoopie Pies. It's basically like a big cookie on steroids, and it has filling in it like a Little Debbie, what do you call it? The Little Debbie cookie, oatmeal cookies. It's kind of like that filling. It's just a cream filling, and you can get them in different flavors. This is a chocolate Whoopie Pie, and it was made by Whispering Pines Bakery on East Stewart Drive in Hillsville, Virginia. And this is a 3-ounce Whoopie Pie. Look at that. It's very lovely. This was $1.99, and it's good through July 31st according to this date that's penciled on the label. So the reason I got this, I'm not a big fan of stuff like this, but I don't know when this was, a couple of years ago possibly. I went up to see my dad, and I stopped in the same place, and I got this little Whoopie Pie. I think it was pumpkin flavored or something. Listen to that. It's solid. That's like a good cantaloupe. That's some goodness right there. You see the shrink wrap on the bottom, or the plastic wrap? Anyway, I bought one before, and I made a video eating that Whoopie Pie and just doing a ramble video. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but I made a Whoopie Pie video eating that Whoopie Pie and just talking. And a lot of people didn't like it, but well, some people said they didn't like the eating sounds, but a lot of people really enjoyed the video of me eating the Whoopie Pie and just talking about whatever. Now, I've never had a chocolate Whoopie Pie. I mean, it's just like a chocolate cookie thing. It's almost like cake. It's almost like cake. It's not hard. It's actually very soft. So anyway, I've never had a chocolate Whoopie Pie, but I thought we would do a video where we eat the Whoopie Pie. And I don't know what we'll talk about. I don't really have anything to talk about, but maybe I'll think of something. What is this thing made of? Let's see. Flour. And then they have all the ingredients in the flour. Shortening. The shortening has soybean oil, mono and diglycerides, and citric acid, sugar, egg, salt, baking soda, water, sour milk, which is a mixture of milk and vinegar, cocoa, and vanilla. And the filling is made of butter, cream and salt, shortening, powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla. And then for the allergy warnings, they tell you that it contains wheat, egg, and milk. So anyway, yeah, I thought we would enjoy this together. It's good for a while, so I don't have to get to it right this minute, but I'm going to hang on to this Whoopie Pie, and we will find something to talk about, and we will enjoy the Whoopie Pie and talk about something. Now, this is a cool item. You're going to like this. This is my older son's favorite thing at the produce store. Okay, I'm going to show you the name of it. You've probably seen these before. Candy-coated Choco Rocks. And this container was $3.18. They sell stuff there by the pound, and a lot of it is prepackaged, either in a little plastic little baggie or in a container like this, depending on what you get. And they have all kinds of fudge and all kinds of good treats. Look at these Choco rocks. Look, they look like aquarium gravel, don't they? But it's, you know what it is? My hands are clean. These are little candy coated pieces of chocolate flavored stuff. They look like little rocks, but they're not. My son one time took a little Ziploc bag and he put a bunch of these in there, and he took them to school, and he was sitting with his friends at lunch, and while they were eating, he didn't say anything. He just pulled the bag out, and it looked like he just had a bag of rocks, and he just started eating them, and his friends were freaking out. They thought he was eating rocks. But they really do, look. Look, they look like little rocks. I love how they're all such multiple colors. Look at the pretty colors. You have a very pale pink, brown, blue, green, sort of a golden color, and black. All these pretty colors. Every now and then you find one that's kind of round. You find one that's like that's your river rock, I guess. You see how it's kind of rounded? Yeah, I don't know. Some of them by the process by which they're made just end up rounded. I don't know. But yeah, these are candy coated Choco rocks. And the inside is not actual chocolate. It's like chocolate flavored. It's a chocolate flavored substance, but it's actually pretty good. I can only eat a little bit of these at a time though. They're very rich. But yeah, they look like little rocks. The blue ones are pretty. I like the blue. I like the blue ones. Look at these pretty things. My gosh, like little gravel. They even sound like gravel. So yeah, my son freaked his friends out with the bag of Choco rocks. Yeah, he always, every time we go to the produce place, he always picks a container of Choco rocks. And the next item is one that my dad's wife got for the kids, and it now has a hole in it, so I'm going to have to put them in another container. These are 27-inch giant rattlesnakes. Now, why they're 27 inches, I have no idea. Why not just 30? Or 24? I don't know. But look, it's a giant gummy rattlesnake. My hands are clean, I swear. But look at this. Oh my God, look. Here's the head. Oh, he's slippery. Here's the big old gummy snake head, and then they're all different colors. Now, I know what a corn snake looks like and a coral snake. I don't know about these. Are some psychedelic rattlesnakes. There's the rattle. This is like if you've been tripping too hard, this is the kind of snake you see. Look at that. Gosh, they're long. I have one in here. Here's another one. We have 3 in here. One for each of us. Dang. They even have a texture. Look at the texture. It's kind of a diamond texture on it. Ooh. They feel weird. Now, my younger son, unfortunately, cannot eat one of these, again, because of his braces. I am not a big gummy fan, honestly. We may end up not even eating these, because my older son doesn't really like them either. But I don't know, he might eat one, maybe, but I don't know what to do with these. It was really sweet of her to do that, yeah. I mean, it was really kind of her to get these. She thought the boys would really like the gummy snakes, and they did. They said they were really cool. But yeah, that was a cool thing. She really likes going out and buying things for them like this. Look at the little rattle. So somewhere in the world there is a mold for 27-inch gummy rattlesnakes, and I never thought I would say that, but apparently somewhere out there is a mold for these things. But that's awesome. Gummy multicolored rattlesnakes. That's neat. And then the next items I have, look here. Now I've shown you these before. If you've seen the videos where I colored the pictures with the makeup, you've seen the old palettes like this. Well, they were getting really old and I wanted to replace them. And originally I bought the palettes at Dollar General, but it turns out that they don't sell them anymore. So I had to turn to eBay. Fortunately, I was able to find a seller that had both palettes, and I got them really cheap. It wasn't much. I think with shipping, I got both of these for about $10 total with shipping, so I thought that was pretty decent. Now, a lot of people think that unless you buy expensive makeup, it's no good, but I'm telling you, I love these eyeshadow palettes. The pigment, the color is beautiful, and it lasts all day, and these are awesome eyeshadows. I have tried expensive eyeshadows, and I'm telling you, these are every bit as good as the very expensive ones. That's why I keep coming back to these. And they're from LA Colors. Look at these beautiful colors. Now, I love this combination. You have these pinks up here in fuchsia and purple, and then you have some dusty rose colors here and gray, and then you have black with a sparkle or a matte finish, and then a charcoal with a little bit of sparkle to it. And on the back it shows you how to do it. You can select 4 shades. You do a shade for the base, a darker crease shade, a lighter highlight shade, and a liner shade. I don't ever get that complicated with it. This is from Strange. The color name is Strange Love. That's the name of this palette. It's the LA Colors Glam Palette. 18 color eyeshadow. And it also includes a dual-ended applicator. And the color is beautiful and it lasts all day. It's fabulous. If you've never tried one of these, I highly recommend it. They're inexpensive, and I think the colors are really awesome. This fuchsia is one of my favorites, and this middle pink one here, I used up basically all of those. Those are the 2 I use the most, but I use all of them at one time or another. I do. I use them all. So that's the LA Colors Glam Palette, 18 color eyeshadow, and the palette name is Strange Love. That's the one that's pink and gray and all that. And then the other one, I got both of these from the same seller, which was awesome. This one is really cool too. Well, which ones do I use the most here? I use these. These are green. You have a dark green, the medium, and then a yellow. I use these a lot. I also use these blues down here, but you also have kind of a teal, aqua color, turquoise. I use these quite a bit. This actually looks a little bit different. Something's different. This, I know what it is. The one that I had, this section was different. I just realized. That's actually kind of a bummer, but that's okay. These 3 are kind of similar to what was up here. This one is not exactly the same. This is the same. These are the same. That is actually not the same. Okay, so it's not identical. It doesn't really matter, but there was a light blue that I used a lot, but that's okay. That's probably pretty close when I actually use it. Now the name of this one, this is another glam palette. This one is called Shady Lady. Shady Lady. That's me. Shady Lady. Yeah, I'm going to have to look and see if maybe the one I have, maybe it was a different palette, but it was almost identical, except this part was different. That's a nice taupe color up there. But that color looks almost exactly the same as that. They're almost identical. I think the only difference is this one is a little bit more of a matte finish, and this one has more of a sheen to it. But yeah, I knew it was time to get new palettes. Mine were starting to get old, and I wanted to get some new ones. And I thought I could just pop into Dollar General and get more, but no, they didn't have them. I said, oh dear. Well, eBay to the rescue. So I turned to eBay and was able to get both of these with shipping for about $10. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And they also just came in the mail today. Just in time to show you, from LA Colors. These I ordered these on Amazon, and the price is actually really great. Now, these are made by Crazy Art, and normally I am not a big fan of Crazy Art supplies. I find that they're just not that great. They're not as good a quality. They're cheaper, but they don't work as well. But these markers are wonderful. My son, I mentioned this in another video, my younger son loves to draw. Well, they both do. They're very good at drawing. And my younger son won an art contest at school. This was right before the pandemic and the school's closing. But when he won, his prize was a pack of these markers. For the first place, you get a pack of markers. And you get a bunch of colors. You get 24 colors here. And this is the pack that he got. And I found a pack of these on Amazon. I think they were $12.99 for 24 markers. And those markers are really great. He's been using them since school got out in mid-March. And he uses them all the time, and they still work great. They're not dried out. They haven't run out of ink or anything. But this here, it tells you that this is a permanent advanced color system. So we're not talking about regular markers here. It's blasphemy to say that they are. Now, this permanent advanced color system includes classics, bolds, neons, and 2 metallics. You get a gold metallic and a silver metallic. These are lots of fun to use if you're coloring. But see, here you have the neon colors and the bold colors. And I guess these back here are the classics. I guess. I'm not really sure, but it's a beautiful array of colors. It's just absolutely splendid. I love this. I was really impressed with the quality of the markers and how the color is beautiful, and they just go and go and go, and they don't dry out. Of course, you want to make sure to keep the caps on them, but they work and work and work for a long time. These are fine point permanent markers, and they show you down here how they look when you take the cap off. But I love them. I've kind of commandeered a few of his color sharp markers, and I've been using them myself. And on the back, they tell you about them a little bit. They're quick drying, they are fade and water resistant, and they work on many surfaces. You can use them on ceramics, stone, paper, glass. Oh, you can do it on canvas or fabric. And we have the colors listed down here. You get red, orange, yellow, green, spring green, mint green, teal, aqua. The aqua is beautiful. That's my favorite. Blue, periwinkle blue, violet, purple, fuchsia, plum, peach, gray, brown, black, neon pink, neon yellow, neon orange, neon green, and silver and gold. It's a beautiful variety of colors for only, I think they were $12.99 for these markers. So I thought that was a pretty good deal for these. And then see, that way I can replace the markers that I stole from my son. I sort of liberated them from his marker container so I could put them back. And I like to do a little bit. I have, just those adult coloring books. I like to do that sometimes in the evening, just to kind of wind down and decompress a little bit. So I go through a lot of markers. So I thought these would be nice to add to my collection, the ones that I don't have to give to my son. So yeah, 24 markers, and they just came in the mail today. So that was nice. So that is the last thing I wanted to show you today. Just a random mixture of things from here and there that I thought you might like to see. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that wherever you are, you have had a great day, and I will see you again really soon.